afternoon, folks. Big Bo with RVs, a Big Bo at Parkway RV Center. Thought I'd swap gears a little bit instead of doing a travel trailer or a Class A. Let's do a Class C today. This is a local unit that I purchased here yesterday. This is a 2008 Four Winds by Thor Chateau Sport 25C. So it's a 27-foot Class C with a slide out, and pretty rare because it's actually built on a Chevrolet chassis. You know, it seems like about 90% of these Class Cs are built on Fords, and nothing wrong with that. But I do like a GM chassis or a Chevrolet chassis. This has got the 6-liter V8, Vortec V8. So a little smaller motor than the V10 Fords, but the horsepower is about the same. This has got 300. The V10 in this year had 305, so not much difference. This got a little bit less torque. I think this has got 360, but it's not as big a motorhome either, so it'll take you down the road just fine. Guys, it's just another rainy day here in Georgia, so you know, roads are still real messy. I'm not going to drive it today. We had a break from it yesterday, and it's poured down rain all day, all morning today. So, but I do have this one, guys. It only has 27,000 miles. I've got it for $34,900. Yeah, pretty nice little motorhome. It's a great mid-size, not too big, not too small. Got it from a little town about 30 miles south of us called Calhoun, Georgia. In fact, the folks bought it from us back in 19 and sold it back to us. Decided they were going to do something different. And it's in good shape, guys. Especially for an 08 for under 35 grand, ought to sell pretty quickly. Got great miles, got a 4 kW Onan generator that runs great with 280 hours on it. I mean, you got a few littles, and I'm just being picky, guys, because I mean, that's why y'all watch my RV reviews, because I show you the good and the bad. And you see some cracks in some of the striping, a little bit of fading and cracks on some of them. But guys, again, this is a 2008, not a 2018. And you know, a motorhome like this today, brand new in 2023, you're talking $120,000, $130,000. So, and then fees and upsells that we don't charge. So needless to say, the equivalent of this motorhome in a 2023 model will ever cost you every bit of $100,000 more. So for $100,000 in savings, I can put up with a few stripes, cracking and stuff like that. And that's something you can, I mean, you can have them restriped. You can probably find a touch-up paint guy to paint them for you, or just leave them like they are and don't even let it bother you. In fact, if I remember right, they probably looked like this back in 19 when we sold it the first time. They didn't stop those people from buying it and using it. But pretty nice motorhome, guys. Let's look inside. Got a manual awning. And as we step inside, hey, I like that tree. My wife and my daughter made that for me to kind of put in my videos, make them a little more festive. Got some little camper lights, so I appreciate them doing that. So thank you, Crystal and them. I love y'all very much. Makes a good prop for this time of year, doesn't it? 27,064 miles, and just turned it too. No check engine lights, warning lights, anything like that. Everything looks good. Of course, heck, it's hard to get in the Christmas spirit this year because heck, it's been raining every day for the past week almost, and it's almost 70 degrees. We've got a heck of a heat spell coming in here in December. I mean, y'all know me, I like cold weather, and this isn't bad, but I mean, I'd rather have cold and sunny than warm and rainy any day. You can see, guys, the front seats look great. No flaking furniture and all that stuff. Dinette booth. Big dinette booth. Looks good. Got a good layout for a small motorhome. It's, well, mid-sized motorhome. I mean, you're only 27 feet long, so you've got a queen bed in the back corner. Got a corner bath. Table booth makes a bed. You got a full to queen size bed in the Cabover. Got a television. They've stuck a little DVD player or Blu-ray player right there, one of the two. Furion television. Everything looks solid. Microwave, 3-burner stovetop. Nice kitchen area. For a 27-foot motorhome, this is a big kitchen. Got lots of overhead storage too. I do like the extra storage in here. Does have a rooftop AC. Does have a 6 cubic foot RV refrigerator freezer. See, they got the baking soda in there to keep the moisture out, and it's already getting cold. Got a closet. This is not bad, guys. I mean, it's nothing real fancy, but it gets the job done. It's affordable. Tub. They were just got through winterizing it too, so it's all winterized now. This right here is the cushion that goes from the table booth to make the bed. I just stuck it there just for lack of a better place to put it. I put the curtain for the cab right here, even though I do recommend the Adco windshield covers that go around the outside of the Class C. I've got one of those for mine. That way you don't lose this area when you're parked for the night. You don't lose this area just to gain privacy, because that curtain's going to go around this part right here, where the Adco curtain goes around the entire outside. It just takes a minute to set up. So definitely, and they're not much either. You can go on Amazon or eBay or Walmart.com and get them for, I think, like 40 or 50 bucks. But yeah, guys, so you can sleep 2, 4, 6, under 35 grand, under 30,000 miles. Includes our major systems inspection, which even for that low price, which includes us going through and making sure that the generator runs and puts out the correct electricity. We're going to make sure that the slide out works. We're going to make sure it seals good. We're going to make sure that there's no damage to it. If we find issues with any of this stuff, we're going to fix it at no additional cost to you. We'll make sure it drives good. Of course, unfortunately, I'm not going to drive it today, but if this thing doesn't, and I hate to do this because I've got a few of these piling up. I got to drive one yesterday, but I will re-release this video, and hopefully the next week or so, if it doesn't sell beforehand. And what I do is I'll re-release this video and show it to you with the slide out in and with us test driving it. But today, you know, they just washed it when it came in yesterday. When it was halfway decent outside. You know, it takes a little while to wash one of these, and I hate to have them rewash it just for us to take a 10-minute test drive in on video. So rest assured, it does drive fine. We drove it when we bought it, and I will re-release the video with a test drive if it doesn't sell beforehand. But you know, if you want to come test drive it yourself, you're more than welcome to. Just call beforehand, make arrangements with a salesperson, and that won't be a problem. But we do guarantee it to run and drive like it's supposed to, you know, shift right, brakes good, all that stuff. So we do guarantee that. As part of our major systems inspection. Of course, heck, you know, what good's a motorhome doesn't run and drive right, correct? We make sure the plumbing system's good. We actually de-winterize it. We check everything, make sure there's no plumbing leaks anywhere. We check the water heater on all modes of operation. It's got a 6-gallon water heater, DSI. We're going to check your water pump, make sure it's put out the correct pressure. Your 12-volt water pump, of course, we check city water too. We check your spigots, your faucets, your toilet, all that stuff, make sure they work. Make sure hot water gets everywhere it's supposed to, nowhere it's not supposed to. We're going to check your propane system, make sure there's no propane leaks anywhere. We're going to check your roof air conditioner, make sure it gets to operating temperature. We're going to check your refrigerator and freezer, make sure it gets to operating temperature on propane and electric as well. So rest assured that all that's going to be good, guys. Now, does that mean we cover everything or we check everything? No, of course not. No dealer checks everything, not even on a brand new RV. In fact, brand new, you buy a brand new motorhome, spend 120, 130 grand. They say they warranty everything, but guys, they don't. They'll play past the buck if it's a major ticket item. they'll play past the buck, where the manufacturer warranty will blame the part supplier and say turn it in with them on their warranty, and then they'll play vice versa and go back and forth. And of course the dealer doesn't want to foot the bill, and because it's not their fault, they didn't build it, and not the customer's fault because they didn't build it. So in that situation, it finally gets to the point that the customer just gets so frustrated they just pay to fix it, which is what the manufacturer wants them to do. So, you know, that new manufacturer's warranty, sometimes they know it's cracked up to be. It's better than any aftermarket warranty, but that is a trend that's been happening in the last year or so. And I've heard that from multiple customers that have bought new that are having a hard time getting stuff fixed under the factory warranty. And then when they do get it fixed on the new ones, guys, it seems like it's taking weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, sometimes months, that they can't use their RV, to the point that customers are actually fixing them themselves and buying the part and fixing it themselves, and fixing it in a few days versus waiting on a dealer to get warranty authorization and parts and waiting weeks or even a month or so. Sometimes it's just better just to spend a little bit of money and do it yourself, or pay somebody to do it and not worry about it. And I hate to say, it's sad that new RV sales has gotten that way, but and that's mostly at the new and I'm not saying all new dealers are like that, but that's mostly at your big corporate rip-off worlds and the big places that got too big for their britches, so to speak. And that's just been a common problem in the RV industry for the last couple of years. And so it gets to me, why buy new? But people do it every day. I mean, this thing will do everything that a brand new one will do for $100,000 less. Yeah, it's got 27,000 miles, but I mean, heck, you're not going to wear this thing out. I mean, honestly, how many miles a year you plan on putting on a motorhome? I mean, you put 100,000 miles in this thing, it's still going to be good. And that's going to take, you know, average person puts about 5,000 miles a year on one of these. 100,000 miles, heck, that's 20 years. Of course, I know some people may put more, some people may put less on it, but on average, that's about what the average consumer puts a year on a motorhome. 5,000 miles a year. So why buy new if you're only going to put 5,000 miles a year? It's not like you drive it every day to work. So, but anyway, guys, heck, of course, if people didn't buy new ones, we wouldn't have used ones. So I can't hate on new ones too bad, can I? But $34,900 will trade, and that's a haggle-free firm price. Includes our major systems inspection. So anything else that's not on our major systems inspection is sold as is. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So, what I recommend you doing is come in and look at the RV for yourself first and foremost. Test drive it, sit down everywhere, walk through it, lay on the bed, stand up in the shower, sit on the toilet with your pants on, please, and make sure it's going to fit your needs, as far as size and layout and floor plan. And, if you've got family that's going to be traveling with you or somebody traveling with you, bring them along if you can and see how you all fit in here and go from there. And then if you're familiar with RVs or have owned them before, you may want to do your own inspection on it. See what works and what doesn't beyond the major systems inspection items, which, by the way, I always list those in the video description in detail of what we cover and inspect and repair if needed for the price that you pay. And if it's either on the video description, it's also going to be on the website on each individual listing. You can call one of my RV salespeople. They'll send you over a detailed list, or can talk to you about it and answer questions over the phone as well. Either way, you're going to get the same response either way of everything that we inspect and guarantee to work for the price you pay. Any little Mickey Mouse stuff we leave to the buyer to fix, because any RV you buy, you're going to work on, new, used. It doesn't matter the brand name, doesn't matter how much you spend, doesn't matter the type. You can spend $5 million on a used RV, guys. You're going to work on it. Or a brand new one, you're going to work on it. That's just the nature of owning one of these. You can't have this many systems working together, made from all these different manufacturers, without something that's going to need to be repaired, replaced, break down from time to time. I mean, that's just part. It's like, if any of my viewers have ever owned a houseboat, it's real similar to that, but it's not floating, it's on wheels. That's what a lot of it reminds me of, because I also grew up around houseboats and stuff as well as RVs, so I'm actually pretty familiar with both. About how one little thing can knock out 2 or 3 other systems and just wind up being a $10 part or a 99-cent fuse, and you don't have any hot water. I mean, it's crazy, but I've seen it many times. But like I said, it's just part of owning one. But what I recommend everybody do, on top of coming out and look at it, if you don't feel comfortable inspecting it for yourself, or you just want to do this on top of inspecting it yourself, which either way is fine, get a third-party inspection service to look at it, guys. You know, you can never go wrong by being too safe and too sure. Get an independent RV inspection to look at it, service. I'm not going to recommend any. That would be a conflict of interest on my part, because I've actually sold a couple of those guys RVs, or sold their family members RVs, because they like our RV so much. They bought one. One bought one for themselves, and one sent their parents down here to buy one from us. After they inspected a couple here, they liked what we did and how nice our RVs were. If that tells you anything about how we operate how we operate our business and how nice our RVs really are and the price we sell them for. But so I don't want to tell you their names or the name of their businesses, because I want y'all to be completely impartial when you pick out a RV inspection service. But guys, come out and take a look at this unit, and be your own judge. If it suits your needs, the price is right, get it inspected. If it passes the inspection, at least that way you know what you're getting into before you're obligated to get into it. Just coordinate everything with one of our salespeople. Call 706-965-7929. But the price is right, floor plan's right, the RV's right, conditions right. What's holding you back? Financing's available with approved credit. We have no fees, no upsells. We're not like all these other dealerships that can add thousands of dollars in after-sales fees and thousands of dollars on upsells on top of the advertised price. You come here, guys, it's $34.09 plus applicable sales tax. No surprises. You don't sign on the dotted line and see your out-the-door price is $45,000 to $50,000 like other RV dealers do when they advertise something for $34.09. You come here, guys, it's $34.09. We don't charge you extra if you bring cash, or if you go to your own bank and get financing versus going through one of our lenders, which we do have financing with approved credit. Other dealers will charge you more if you do that. A lot of other dealers will. Again, going back to the corporate dealerships, big franchise dealerships, they're notorious for doing that, or what they do, not as harsh, but it's technically the same thing. They'll take away a rebate. They'll have an advertised price, but that includes a rebate, which is you going through one of their preferred lenders. And some RV dealerships now are just flat out refusing to sell you an RV unless you go through one of their lenders. And the reason they do that is because they mark up the rate for financing. They get you approved at a lower rate. Bank lets them mark it up a point or two. You overpay by financing over the life of an RV loan by potentially thousands of dollars. I mean, that's like, you might as well pay them an extra $4,000 or $5,000 for the motorhome, for the extra interest you're going to pay in some cases. Not only that, but they can sell you the upsells faster and easier when they can sell it to you on payment. If you've got a dealer trying to sell you extended warranties and gap insurance, vacation packages, tire and wheel packages, most of that stuff's not worth the paper it's written on. It's overpriced 4 or 5 times what you can buy it for yourselves, because the dealership marks it up 4 or 5 times dealer cost. They can sell that stuff to you because they're selling it to you on what it adds to your payment every month. They're telling you, hey, $20 more a month, you get a 4-year extended warranty on this bad boy. Another 5 years, another $5 a month, you get gap insurance. Well, you don't need gap insurance if you bought it right to begin with, and you wouldn't need gap insurance if they weren't adding all those fees and upsells, driving the price over what it's worth. So that's something to consider too. Because gap insurance is if you have a complete loss on this thing and you finance more than it's worth in the book, the NADA book, it covers the difference between what the insurance pays out and what your loan balance is. Of course, that doesn't count the money that you paid in on payments and what you paid down on it. It doesn't cover that. It just covers the difference between your payoff and what it's worth. So, and if you need gap insurance, guys, go with your auto insurance company who you got your auto insurance with. It's a lot cheaper, a whole lot cheaper, because the dealers can't mark that up 4 or 5 times what they paid for it. Same way with these aftermarket warranty companies. They ain't worth the flip. You're lucky if you get 1 out of 3, 1 out of 4 claims paid for, and most of the time it's a partial payment. But you're paying $4,000 or $5,000 for these warranties that you can instead put that money somewhere in a savings account and just draw on it when you need repairs for the period of that you would buy the warranty for. And chances are you're still going to have money in that account at the end of the normal warranty period. And plus, as a cash service customer, you have the flexibility of taking it to any dealership, any independent shop, any mobile RV repair, because a lot of these places don't fool with warranties because they make them jump through hoops to get a payment on it, to get paid on it. So you're flexible on where you can take it. Where with these extended warranties, you're very limited on the places that accept those warranties and work with them. Not to mention, cash customers get their RVs. Cash is king in the RV service industry. Cash customers get their RVs fixed quicker, repaired quicker, and picked up quicker than RV warranty service customers, because they know the warranty customers can't go anywhere else to get serviced, especially if you go through Ripoff World's warranty, because they know you can't go anywhere else to get it fixed. So yeah, they're going to put it on the back burner, take care of the cash customers first, because they can go anywhere and get it fixed. Like if 2 people pull up to a big corporate dealership at the same time to get warranty service, one's a warranty and one's a cash customer, that cash customer is going to pick theirs up weeks before the warranty customer will. Well, if they have this, even if they have the same problem, just for that very reason. And I know that for a fact, because I got friends that work at the service centers at these big corporate RV dealerships. That's common practice, guys. But y'all didn't know that. But anyway, guys, thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate it. And guys, I forgot to do one quick thing. I forgot to fly a drone up over the roof. Hang on one second, let me do that real quick. Alright guys, and thank you so much for watching. See, that roof looks just as good as the rest of the RV. If you're interested in this motorhome, 706-965-7929. Now, if I get a chance to reshoot the video, the next step, I'm going to pause the video, bring the slide out in, and show you what that looks like. And then I'll pause it again, take it for a test drive. Now, if I haven't got to that point, which is probably a week or 2 from the original shooting of this video, I will end the video here. So hit that subscribe button, smash me a thumbs up, feel free to comment, let me know what you think about this little motorhome. It's a nice little motorhome for the money. And I've got a pretty good selection of Class C's, but they're starting to dwindle down. I've been buying a lot of Class A's and travel trailers, because honestly that's what's really selling right now. But Class C's, this industry is really funny this time of year, because like something will be really hot for about 2 or 3 weeks, and then it'll go dead and something else completely will get hot. Like Class A's and travel trailers been hot for about 3 weeks. Next week, Class C's could suddenly just sell out. And it happens all the time. And of course, springtime, little travel trailers sell out after the first of the year. I mean, not really spring. Of course, you live here right now. It feels like spring right now, except for the rain. And so you never know. And fifth wheels take off. You know, that's why we carry such a variety of different RVs, because we never know one week to the next what's suddenly going to get hot and what's going to get cold. We like to have a variety. We even have pop-ups and expandables in stock, because those things, even in the wintertime, will suddenly get hot and take off. It's weird, but you know, this can be a strange business sometimes. So, you know, if you're in the market for a used RV, even if it's not this one, guys, hit that subscribe button. You'll never know what you're going to see me post videos on from one day to the next. Thank y'all so much for watching, guys, and stay tuned for some more videos, and look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.